Hello Patrick. Hi Patrick, it's me again. I posted a video before. You didn't respond to it, so I'm going to send you another one to see if you respond to this one. You're looking on your website, the CatholicsForChrist.com, and that part about Great Britain has fallen. Now, I've got a couple of points I'd like to make out there. You're saying witchcraft was repealed in 1951. It wasn't. It was 1957. It was repealed. If you looked that up, you'd know. Okay, also one about 2,000 years of Christian heritage is being worn away. So I guess you mean 2,000 years of persecution of, say, Helen Duncan was one victim of your beliefs. Maud Bowen is a song by You Ain't Got a Suck of Us about that. Don't think you would listen to the song, but it's there, etc. All the other people in the last 2,000 years have been victims of Christianity, of the Christian Church. Honestly, saying about Winston Churchill, he repealed the Witchcraft Act. Now, don't forget now, Winston Churchill kept Nazis out of Britain in World War II. I think he deserved a little bit more respect than you putting him down. Okay. Okay, go on about blaming 1960s. You're always blaming 1960s. What was wrong in the 1960s? It was just a revolution of music. The Beatles, I didn't like the Beatles music, but revolution in society. Well, not a revolution has smashed the place to pieces. Just everybody got their shell, so to speak. Can't tell you wrong with that. Going about people fighting, getting drunk. I mean, the reason we got that is because people just go drinking to excess. It's not because they haven't got Christianity in their lives. Okay? You know about the pill for children, for schoolgirls. Now, I don't know if you've got children. I got a daughter, 16. Personally, I would rather take a pill, okay, than have a child, just say when she was 14 years of age. And what would you rather? A kid taking a pill? Or, 14-year-olds having children? I mean, you're about saying, people saying, not for them to have sex. How are you going to stop them having sex? My daughter's 16 now. How are you going to stop them having sex? You can't. What are you going to do? Fit them with a chastity belt? You can't stop them. Okay, going about human embryos. Research. Now, if somebody's born with a defect, and you can gently alter an embryo to to cure the person. Just say they got an affliction that could be cured through embryology. Well, why not? What's wrong with that? Doesn't say in the Ten Commandments or the Bible it's not allowed, is it? We just say in the Bible that embryonic research is not allowed. It doesn't. Okay, going about national lottery. Now, a lot of money goes to good causes. Some people may think something goes to daft, but some of them are very good causes that the national lottery gives to. I can't say anything wrong with that. I mean, it's charitable. Why not? Might play the lottery. We probably don't, but there we are. Okay, the mosques are increasing in Britain. Now, I don't agree with Islam. Most of the belief system. I don't. 99.9% of it I don't agree with. Okay, but you've got freedom of belief. Okay, it's a human right. Freedom of religion. You can't stop that. You can try. Let me try for the last 2,000 years. That's why you can probably complain about the last 2,000 years that Christianity has now died out. That's another thing. Now churches are going in decline. I mean, probably most people are turning into the old religions. I mean, Wicca is become one of the fastest beliefs in Great Britain. So that's probably why a lot of churches are going into decline. About pornography legalised. Now, we've had pornographic material for hundreds of years. It started off with wall paintings. In the Roman days they had art with people drawing pornographic pictures. That was porno, so we've had porno for hundreds of years. Okay, even since the Romans. And there was no problem then with pornography. I don't have a problem with it. But all these points I'm trying to give to you are... I'd like to respond to each of these points. I mean, I've sent you a video before, you didn't reply, so you might reply to this one. I remember as well, homosexuality is taught to children from the age of 8. Now, okay, homosexuality is a human act. Okay, you can't sweep that under the carpet of how, you know, some people act. That's how people are. It's best to educate children to have an education about it, to know about the world. Okay, homosexual men 23 times more likely to abuse a person under 16 than a heterosexual. Now, where you get that from, I have no idea where you get the information from. I mean, what you're trying to say is that most paedophiles are homosexuals. No, I think that's very offensive to homosexuals personally. I'm a homosexual, but I would call that very offensive to a homosexual. Very offensive. Next sheet. I got a couple more, so don't go away. I got a couple more questions here. Okay, this is also about the UK recognising same-sex marriage. Now, what is wrong with same-sex marriage? As long as a couple are happy. Who cares if they're male, female, or what? Why are you trying to say that, you know, the only marriage is a male and female? Just because it says in the Bible. Well, if you're saying that, you're just trying to put your beliefs on others. That's wrong. Everybody got the freedom to be as they are, providing you're not harming anyone. Okay, you know, it's going about homosexuals choose to be homosexual. No, they don't. They don't choose to be that way. That's how they are born. Okay? With all, you know, the bigotry in the world, particularly in South America, you know, in the Bible Belt in America. Now, a person can't, they don't choose. They're born that way. No, they don't become the age of like 12 years of age and think, well, I think I'll be a homosexual and have the shit kicked out of me every day by some bigot. Okay? That's how people are. You can't fault them. Okay? You can't put the fault to them. That's how they are born. You're born that way. Same as you are, you know, you're heterosexual. I'm not sure, but if you are, you are. I'm heterosexual. I chose to, you know, I'm born that way. Okay? Okay, it's the same as, you know, Patrick, for a moment now, try and fancy somebody of your same gender. 2 minutes, you know, just 5 seconds. You can't. That's because you were born heterosexual. Okay? You know, to me, what you're saying on the website is very bigoted. What you're saying. Okay, abortion of babies to single parents. Now, how many of these single parents were raped if they went out with their friends on a Friday night out? And, you know, they got raped and become pregnant by the rapist. Now, what's supposed to do? Give birth to that child, and the child know that, you know, his conception was through a rape. Now, what do you think he's going to feel about that? He's going to feel fucking terrible when he gets older. As if he, you know, was told about it. Okay, and another one is very particular. It's very peculiar. What you're saying, AIDS is due to bestiality. No one has ever proven that. Okay, I've never seen any proof. Okay, for all we know, we could have had AIDS for, you know, many moons, and only, you know, in the last, say, 30 years, we've had the technology to know what AIDS is. I mean, people, you know, long ago than 30 years ago, died from you know, not known causes. Who's to say that wasn't through AIDS? So, oh, I got one more thing to rant about. A Christian Watch believes that drug addiction is the reason for AIDS. Where do you get that from? I mean, if it's through drugs,